What's up, my YouTube family? Welcome back to my reaction channel. Today we're going to be doing something different. Today we're going to be looking at the TikTok world. And up above it says, Caught Cheating TikTok Compilation number 37. Okay, so the reason why I'm doing this is because I promised my cousin that I was going to drop a funny video or something that's not too scary. I am going to drop 2 scary videos after this one, though. So you didn't get away, okay? You did not get away, cuzzy. Alright? But I heard you. I heard your concern, and, you know, I'm going to mix it up a bit. Alright, so without further ado, I don't want to keep it back because I got 2 more videos to drop. So, let's get into it. If you haven't already, like, subscribe, and turn your notifications on. Hit the bell. Hit the bell. So, blah, blah, blah. Sorry guys, I'm a little bit Let's try that again. If you're new to my channel, hit the like, subscribe, and turn your notifications on. Hit the bell so you know every single time I drop new content. And guys, I'm trying to drop content after content after content, at least back to back. As you can see my screen, I'm doing things. I'm getting better at my productions and stuff. As you can see here, it marks Goofball Productions. That's mine. And my little cat in the left and the right hand corner. That's Ninja. Say hi to Ninja. Hey Ninja. Yeah. Let's get into this video.
Your fucked up cheater story. It's probably gonna be in a lot of parts, but he's in prison for 25 years, so it's worth it, I promise. We're just gonna call him Marvin for now. If you're watching this and you know both of us, don't name drop, thank you. Marvin and I dated for a couple of years. He used to always make me feel really weird about my weight because I think he was used to dating like super slim women, and that's just never been me. He used to always tell me that I was the heaviest woman he's dated and whatnot, and I'm like, if you're not happy, you can go, because I'm good. Just for reference, this is literally our house. I was 180 pounds.
Yo, but she doesn't even look bad though. She look hella good. She got a big old booty. But she's very, very slim in the waist. I don't know about the bust area, but she got a big old booty. A big old booty.
When I took this picture and I was too heavy for him, I
What?
knew I was fine as hell. So I was always on some shit like, you can leave. I am not keeping you here. But he never did.
Yes.
So whatever. Then I started driving trucks, and now I'm like 225. So I'm working back toward.
What? Hot chick, big old booty, and driving trucks. And you're gonna cheat? What's wrong with some of you men? Or women? Or whoever? What's wrong with...
The one that will get there. Anyway, he ended up cheating on me with his super skinny baby mom in our house, in our bed, and I came home in the middle of it. I kicked down the front glass door to our house to get in because he had locked.
Whoa. She said,
baby mom in our house, in our bed, and I came home in the middle of it. I kicked down the front glass door to our house to get in.
As you should.
He had locked. It was just a glass door.
As you should, mama. As you should.
Glass door, and then it was door in front of it. The thing about this is I was not supposed to be home. I was in college at the time and taking classes, so I would normally be in class for a certain period of time or whatever, and this day I just didn't really feel like being there that long, so I left early.
Woman's intuition.
A black car in my driveway with kissy lips in the window, and I'm like, this is a bitch car. So I tried to open my garage door with my little button. It didn't work. Went up to the garage door, couldn't lift it. Went up to the front door, and the glass door is locked. Now, we don't have a key to this front door. We're renting this house. They didn't give us one, so we never locked the glass door because it can only be unlocked or locked from the inside. So when I go up to it and find out that it's locked, I'm like, cool, and I kick it down. Of course, this makes a lot of noise, right? And there's stairs. When you go into the house, the stairs are really close to the door. So while I'm trying to put my key into the 2 locks, because both of them are locked today, I hear somebody running down the stairs. This man puts all his weight against the front door to keep me from coming in, and he keeps twisting the lock that I'm unlocking. So it's kind of making me fucking crazy. He's putting all his weight on the door to keep me from coming. And while we fussing and fumbling at the door and shit, he's yelling at me like, what are you doing here? I'm like, I fucking live here. I pay bills here. What are you doing here? Who was in my house? who's in my house? He's like, no, you tripping and all this extra shit. He's still not letting me into the house. We have these 2 rails on both sides of the door. These 2 like wooden whatevers for the steps. So since he didn't want to let me in the door, the first thought in my head was, bet, this bitch is coming off the hinges today. So I put my hands on the rails to support my weight and start kicking the door. I have every intention on kicking this shit in. Before I get to do that though, he unlocks the door. So I walk up in the house. Why is a bitch sitting on my fucking sofa? And I recognize it to be his baby mom, but I'm like, I'm focused on him right now. I will deal with her later if I have to, but he finna catch it. I done pushed this man so hard he fell over the dining room table. Baby mom saw that shit and ran her ass out the front door. Her movement registered, but again, it wasn't a focus. I had tunnel vision. So I'm fussing at him, calling him all types of names, and then something just clicked, and I went.
My girl, what? My girl reason she had tunnel vision. Tunnel vision. She had tunnel vision. You guys know what tunnel vision? You guys know what tunnel vision means? It means all her focus is on that, on the man. Yo, she's angry. She's Hulk angry, my guy. She's what?
Really quiet, and when I go quiet, and when I get quiet like that, I've checked out. I'm done. Like everything is done. So I go upstairs. I'm going upstairs to put my stuff away because I'm like, I'm gonna find somewhere else to live. I'm thinking all this stuff in my head. He's following behind me with all these apologies and no, it's not like that. Blah blah blah. He's trying to tell me nothing happened. They was just talking, stupid shit. I'm not fucking dumb. So I go to put my jacket up, and why is all of my stuff not in the closet? Like none of my shit is in the closet, just his. So I'm like, where the fuck is my shit? Like, I'm yelling because I'm like, you just talking, but you moved all my shit? Like, that doesn't make any sense. So he goes into the 3rd bedroom, which is where he moved all of my things, and starts putting stuff back in the closet. Again, I'm silent on the bed, just sitting, watching him do just dumbass, just moving my shit back into the closet. So he tells me this dumbass story about his baby mom came over to have a conversation about their son living with us, but only if I wasn't living there. So he said he had to make it look like I didn't live there. Of course, I don't believe that stupid ass story, so whatever. A lot of stuff that happened immediately after that is a blur, so we're just going to skip ahead to the day I moved out, which is only like 10 days later or something. So I found a house that was like 2 streets over so my son could stay in the same school. And it just so happened that my move-in date was on Father's Day, so I never told him that I was looking for another place. I was planning on just not being there one day when he got home. And that ended up working out beautifully because I decided I was going to take everything that I bought. I had no pre-packing plan. I just waited till he went to work. All the dishes and extra little appliances, all the silverware in the kitchen, most of the food, I bought that, so it came with me. The washing machine and the dryer, all the stuff in my son's room, some of the stuff in the bathroom. He had the mattress, but I had the bed frame and the box spring, so I took those. When it all boils down to it, all he had left was a mattress, the sectional, and a projector. So once I get all my stuff out the house, I text him Happy Father's Day, and he ends up coming home to almost nothing. Don't go, there's more. Of course, we got into a
girl. He got home to nothing. Almost nothing. You even took the food. Nigga not gonna got nothing to eat, man. He's gonna come home from work hungry as hell. I guarantee you that he's not even gonna notice anything's missing until he pulls that fridge door and realizes there's nothing in the fridge. And he's gonna be like, what the? Baby, why do you not go to the grocery store? Why is the fridge so empty? But why am I echoing? Baby! And he's gonna walk through the house. And when he gets to his room and realize, oh crap. It's just a mattress on the floor. That is gonna click. Oh shit. She moved out. Yo, don't mess with these women. Especially, okay, listen. You guys want to cheat. But when you see an independent woman, Don't even think about it, man. Just, if you're a cheater and you come across an independent woman, just keep walking. Leave her alone. Leave her alone. If you're not going to do right by an independent woman, leave her alone. Because the day she gets fed up of your ass, you're going to be sleeping on the floor with no food in the house. You're lucky that you even come home and find your clothes. Because some of these women will burn your shit. Burn it to the ground. Okay? So, if you're a cheater and you come across an independent woman, keep walking. Leave that woman alone. This also goes, I mean, I don't believe anybody should be cheating anyways, because if you do not, if the partner that you have is not doing it for you anymore, just end the relationship. End it. Say, you know what? I can't do this. It's not working for me. It's not something I want anymore, and I gotta go. Simple as that. Not string along a woman while you're screwing another woman. That's, come on, man. Come on, man. And she's independent. And she's fine as hell. Jeez.
Argument. His mom called me because she was the one who brought him home, so she was also shocked. Then his sister called me, but then I told both of them what happened and they left me alone. Because our two kids played together a lot, we were still in contact. His son was absolutely great. He is the greatest, sweetest little boy, and I said he could come over my house anytime he wanted to. Like, that was never an issue. So Marvin and I are trying to work through our issues, but while I'm gone, I noticed that his cousin is over the house a lot. I do not like having a bunch of people in my house at all. I've always been like that. But Marvin was a club promoter, so he's used to like entertaining and doing a bunch of shit. So I definitely took notice, but I didn't recognize it as something, I guess, out of character for him. It took about 3.5, 4 months, but we ended up reconciling and I moved back into the house. I've only been in the house for 4 days, y'all, and while Marvin is at work, I'm at home and I get a knock on the door from a detective. I've been in jail a couple times. That shit is not fun. So I live my life to keep police out of it. So having this badge at my door is like, the fuck? So this detective is asking me if a 14-year-old girl lives here or has been here. And I'm like, no 14-year-old girls live here. It's me, my boyfriend, and our 2 sons. And the other son is only here every other weekend. So no. So he asked if he can come, look around the house and verify. And I'm like, no, because Marvin smokes. And so no. He's like, look, it's just me. Just let me come in and look around, verify that she's either not here or she's never been here, or I'll have to go back and get a warrant, and then it'll be a team of police officers running through your house. I'm like, okay, fine. So I show him around the house. It's not very big. Show him, the downstairs, the master's bedroom, our 2 boys' rooms, which are clearly boys' rooms, and all their like boy bullshit in there. He's like, okay, and he leaves. He leaves me his business card. I'm like, all right. Of course, as soon as he leaves, I call Marvin. I'm like, a detective just left here looking for a 14-year-old girl. And he's like, why? I'm like, I don't fucking know. They had to have had the wrong house. I just kind of forget about it, go about my day. But so Marvin comes back and he's asking me extra questions. And I'm like, I really don't know. That's all that happened. He came, he looked around. That's it. Nothing else. He gave me his business card. So we just kind of drop it. Maybe about a week-ish, maybe a little more later, Marvin comes up and says to me while we're just sitting down, like watching a movie or some shit, he was like, I'm worried about that detective. I'm like, why would you be worried about the detective? He's looking for a 14.
Is this going to go where I think this is going to... Is this going to go where I think this is going to go? Because that's hella suspicion right there. Oh, you're worried about the detective. Why are you worried about the detective? Why are you worried about the detective, my guy? It's Ninja. He's the one who's in the right-hand corner. This is him right here. The infamous Ninja! Anyways, back to this. Why are you worried about a detective? If you have nothing to hide, and obviously your girlfriend thinks that you have nothing to hide because, she'll let the detective in. Oh, man. Please tell me he's not a pedophile. Please, please tell me he is not a pedophile. A 14-year-old? And she's not getting suspicious because he's telling her... He he's not sure about the detective. And he's concerned about it. Why are you concerned about the detective? You should be...
Girl.
I can see where this is heading.
My cousin did bring some girls over to the house. So I'm like, were they children? Or like, what the fuck? She's like, oh, no, I don't think so, but I didn't really talk to them. I left him downstairs with them, and I went upstairs to go to sleep because I had just come off of work and I was tired. So I look up his cousin's name on Google. And lo and behold, this man has prior child offenses. Not only does Marvin know about it, he tells me that the cousin that we're talking about touched Marvin's sister when she was younger. The whole family knew about it. So the story is that Marvin and the cousin were both teenagers at the time, and then the cousin molested Marvin's little sister when she was just a small child. So I'm like, you knew this man was like this, and you allowed him to bring anybody into this house.
Right? Right? He's your cousin. You know your cousin is a child molester and probably have to be registered as a sex offender. And you got this dude up in your house with girls that you probably should have asked a question like, yo, you know that you got offenses on you and you got a criminal record. How old are these girls? You know, that's a question. How old are these? Furthermore, I'm not even going to ask him. I'm going to say, sweetheart, how old are you? And how old are you? And how old are you? Oh, okay, get out my house. Because I'm not going to be registering as a sex offender because my cousin decided his little wee-wee is doing the thinking for him. Then he already know he got priors for sex offending. You're encouraging a sex offender in your house to have girls over that could be very much 14 or younger. Dude. Oh, man. Baby girl, I hope you get him to the curb and to the wolves.
At all. Why are you still even talking to him if he did that to your sister? Like, that doesn't make any sense
and that's,
to me.
That's it, too. He's your cousin. He's your cousin. And he did it to your sister. You're supposed to be protective of your sister. And now you and him are buddies. You brought him in your house and he brought girls over. You already know what he did to your sister. And you still encourage.
I would whoop his ass. I was told that the whole family just decided to keep them apart.
They never called the
cops.
So
it wouldn't happen again.
What?
Which is so fucked up. Like,
it is.
And so I go at Marvin. I'm like, look, if they were underage and you didn't have nothing to do with this, you ain't got nothing to be worried about. So what are you worried for? So he just insisted that.
Furthermore, what you should have done is you should have convinced him to go to the police station and explain himself to the police and tell the police, well, my cousin is a sex offender. My cousin was here and he had girls over. I do not know the age group of these girls, but they were here. And I'm worried because I don't want to be known as a sex offender because of my cousin. Okay? They have some people who say, oh yeah, blood is thicker than water. But guess what? Blood can put you behind bars. Don't even think that blood won't put you behind bars. Blood will put you behind bars, especially if you're doing something wrong and they do not agree with it. First thing first, they should have called the police on his ass when he did it to his sister. But they allowed that shit to slide, and it continued to happen, but with other women. Other young women, I should other young women, I should say. All right, let's.
He wasn't involved and he didn't know how old the girls were because he didn't talk to the girls. A couple weeks go by and the day after Marvin's birthday, we're coming back home from picking up a new engine for his car because he was also a mechanic. And I noticed that it's like more cars on the street, but we both just assumed that the neighbors next door to us was having a party because they usually did. Yeah. So he gets his engine in the garage on some kind of horse, whatever thing that you call it. So he takes my car to run to the store to get a beer or something and comes back. The kids are at school at this time too, so that was good. But he's been in the house maybe 4 or 5 minutes before we start getting bangs at the door. So they're like, please open the door or some shit. And he runs up the stairs. And the first thing that goes in my head is that he's on probation and he's violated his probation somehow. I did not remember anything about the girl story. It's been, enough time. Nobody said anything about it. I thought it was done. So I open the door. They show me the warrant and I have to let them in. So I did. And they find him upstairs in the box spring. Yes, inside of the box spring. I heard a bunch of shuffling and they brought him downstairs in handcuffs and out the door. As they're dragging him out of the door, one of the cops looks at me and says, yeah, your boyfriend's going to jail for statutory. So I'm like, what? So the first person I called was his mom. I had to let her know what happened. And then the next person I called was the detective. I went and found that business card he gave me and called him. And he was like, yeah.
As you should.
Because the girl described that house and she said it was 2 people. There's also another girl involved. The girl actually pointed out our house. That's a little hearing where they're describing why the person is being charged. So to shorten out the story, because a lot of these details are not really necessary, but the cousin knew the 14-year-old girl and had dealt with her before. Marvin and the cousin went to the 14-year-old girl's high school to pick her up. She had a friend that was still in the 8th grade, so they went to the middle school to pick this other girl up. The middle school girl was not really down for doing anything, but they ended up getting both of the girls drunk and doing things with them anyway. And then they took them back to the school, and it was reported that the girls were so drunk they could hardly stand up by themselves, and they had to be taken to the hospital. So I did get questioned because by the time the police started actually coming to the house, I was living there. So they wanted to know if I was also there when all that other stuff happened. And I had to explain the whole cheating thing and that I moved out, and I showed him the days that I lived in this other house and the lease agreement and all that other stuff. Just to clarify that I was not there at any point in time during that whole thing. Then shortly after this, I found out he had been cheating with a bunch of different people, and I went and got tested, and turns out he was spreading chlamydia around. So that was fun. For obvious reasons, we broke up, of course, but his mom was very mad at me about it because she felt like I should have stuck with her son through his thing, and I'm like, ma'am, he out here with little girl, no. Oh.
Did you just say that he's spreading chlamydia? So, okay, so let's get this straight. His cousin's a sex offender and a child molester, and he's registered. You moved out for a little bit, and he and his cousin decide they're going to have kids over to mess around with. They're not even 18, 19. Not saying that I condone grown-ass men dealing with 19 years old or 18-year-old girls. But by law, once they're past that stage and they give consent, it's consensual. I still think that's a bunch of hard shit. And it should be kicked through the door, because a 30 or a 40-year-old man should never be dealing with a teenager. Never. I can understand when you pass 22 years old, or you pass 21, 22, sure, fine. That's cool. You could give consent. But anytime you're still in the word teens, 18, 19, you're still a kid. In my eyes, you're still a kid. Okay? So let's get it straight. He's a cheater. Okay? He's cheating. He was cheating on her with his baby mama. He's a liar because he lied to her and told her the reason his baby mama was there was because what did she say? His something about his son being able to live with him, and he's not gonna live with him if she is there. So she needs to make sure that his girlfriend is not living with them. So he moved all her shit out of that room that they have together and put it into another room so that the baby mama is to see that he lives there alone, because she's not dumb enough to check the other rooms. So you bring your cousin over who's a sex offender, who's a molester, and he brings girls with him. Oh, wait, no, that's not even the worst part of it. You went with him to collect them from school. And, okay, is it just me, or when you go to pick up a minor from school, you can tell that it's a minor because they got to be going to elementary school, innit? Or what? I'm from the Caribbean, so we don't do like grades. We don't do, you know how they have, they, oh man, what's the grade? We don't have grade 1 or grade 2. We do it by classes. So we got class 1, class 2, class 3, class 4. That's primary school. And then secondary school, we got Form 1, Form 2, Form 3, Form 4, Form 5, Upper 5th, and Upper 6th. That's for secondary school. So overseas, I'm not really sure how the grades work. But anyways, I'm pretty sure if you went with this guy to pick up these kids from school, that should have been the warning sign right there. School be like, my guy, why are you taking me to a school to pick up some girls? This is, are we picking up some teachers? That's gonna be my question. Are there some hot teachers in this school that we're picking up right now? Because I'm gonna be looking for teacher, but no, they pick up school kids. And to top it off, they pick up that girl, and then they went to elementary school to pick up the other one. The other one was not down for it. So what did they do? They got them drunk. Technically, getting somebody drunk to have sex with them, that's statutory rape. That's rape, however you look at it. It's rape. You should not forcefully make somebody drink, or encourage somebody to drink just so you're to have sex with them. Okay, so this is some things I don't really talk about, but I did say that eventually I will come on here and I will express my feelings. I will do a vlog on myself and some of the things that have happened to me. And this right here is, let me just say, I understand, because I have been in that position where I have been drugged and raped. And it's not something easy to deal with. You got these kids hella drunk. Something bit me in my neck. Ah, it's a damn ant. Bloody ant. Anyhow, as I'm saying, you got these girls drunk, and then you take advantage of them, and you allow your cousin to involve you in his foolishness. But then again, you allowed your sister to get raped by your cousin, and your family refused to say anything about it. Your family refuses to even open their mouth and tell the police officers, "Oh, my nephew raped my daughter." It's messed up. It's
I left the little piece out. I forgot almost. When they grabbed him out of our house to take him to jail, he left his phone. Of course, I went into his phone, which is how I found out how many people he was cheating on me with. And then I found a video. Remember when I kicked down the door?
I forgot to say it on top of that. This nigga's spreading chlamydia. I hope you don't get out of prison. Okay? I hope you don't get out of prison. The Lord says to forgive. And I know she'll probably forgive you. But I'll be forgiven and keep moving. I'll keep pushing. You're spreading chlamydia. You're sleeping with young girls. You're cheating on me with your ex baby mama. You're allowing your cousin to make stupid ass decisions. Spreading chlamydia. You gotta go. Baby girl, I hope that you got your chlamydia cleared up. Because I don't know if you got it.
Yeah, well, turns out he recorded the whole thing, not on purpose. He secretly set up a camera so that he could have sex and videotape it with his baby mom. She didn't know anything about it. So I got video of all that happening, them stopping having sex because I'm banging down the door. All of that. And I told her about it, and I told her he had chlamydia, and she had to go get tested, and she had to get treated as well. So that's another thing. This is him. I did cut out the part that shows his name, just for the protection of his sister and his son. But yeah, this is him, and these are his charges. You can see his longest charge is 25 years.
Alright, everybody. That's the end of that completion. That TikTok completion. I mean, damn. I'm gonna do another one though, so no biggie. I'm gonna do another TikTok compilation, and then I'm gonna do a scary one. Okay, I said I was gonna do this one and then 2 scary ones, but I decided I'm gonna do another TikTok compilation for you guys to see. You know what I'm saying? This one was very interesting. I was not expecting to see this type, but yeah. Anyways, let me know what you guys think. Drop a comment down below, and if you guys want me if you guys want me to react to anything, any videos, just put the link below, and I also have my contact information in the description box below, so you can email me or direct message me, or let me know what you want me to, and copy the link so I can see what you want me to react to, and I will react to it. My name is Shay. This is Goofball Productions. If you've come this far out with me, thank you so much for sticking it with me. I'm Shay, and I'm out. Stay tuned for another one.